Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael. Today we're going to brew a rice lager. Today we're doing a Japanese rice lager. It's a beer that I really enjoy. The Sorachi Ace we've got back in stock here recently, so we've a good stock of that if you're interested in trying it out. Bit of a controversial hop, not everybody loves it, but it's one that I've used in the past and had great success with. I'll be mashing that in with the Torrefied rice and the Dingeman Pilson malt. That'll be going in at 65, and then we'll be holding that there for an hour. That's me connected to the Grainfather with the app on my phone. It's one of the reasons why I love the Grainfather so much, is the connectivity, how easy it is. Anything that you need to do or be made aware of, it'll automatically notify your mobile phone with a beep, or the system will beep itself as well. But we'll get mashed in here and see how we get on. Because of the Torrefied flaked rice, we're using about, I would say, a quarter of the rice hulls. Just for filtration, it makes it a wee bit easier to sparge as well. So you'll probably notice whenever we go to lift the grain basket out, there'll be a loud sort of surge of water coming out. That's just this doing the job that's intended. So I like to add it in stages just as I go through the mash. It's a sizable enough grain bill. I tend to use it more often than not these days, just because it's so easy to kind of get through your brew day without any hassles. Stuck sparges are one of the worst things that can happen. Anyone that's had one before will know how awful it is. So we'll add the rice hulls here now. Looks pretty good to me. This here, we take that off, we add the sort of top of the grain basket in here. Always good to have it a little bit sort of wet to kind of get it in a bit easier at an angle. Then the grain thing comes out. So this is the circulation arm. What that allows us to do is to pump the wort from the bottom of the Grainfather up into the top inside the basket. And that just helps it clear the beer. The technical term for it is vorlaughing, so that sort of circulates the water up and in, and once after about 60 minutes you'll just start to notice how clear the beer actually looks. And that just goes in through the top, and then you have control of the flow of the wort with this wee dial here, so you can have it open as much or as little as you want. I like to kind of judge it by eye just to see what happens. Then you can either start the mash with your app or just press set. 65 degrees, we're going to be doing that for 60 minutes.
Nice.
And then just get the pump going here. So yeah, we'll just close that off a wee tiny bit just to have a steady flow. We don't want it to overflow, because then that'll bring the grains that are in there into the middle of the beer and then possibly into the pump. But that's the whole point of that little overflow inlet. You can buy a little basket now with that as well, just to prevent any more sort of grain from coming in there, which is available on the website. But I don't use it. So, and then just keep that on there, it keeps the temperature as it should be. We'll set that for 60 minutes. So just mashed out, 75 degrees. We lift the grain basket out now, which, try not to smash this. For every litre you add, you just hit that and it makes a wee notch in that there, and then once it's done, just go straight onto the boil. Hop spider is just a sort of mesh sort of cylinder. You put that into the boil kettle, you add your hops into it, and it's just in permanent contact with the wort. The other difference being the tea bags that we do as well, they go straight in. You wouldn't need the hop spider at all, but I just feel the hop spider, it allows the hops to be in contact with it for longer, and it's sort of in the actual liquid itself as opposed to being in the tea bags, which are also beneficial. We're using the counterflow chiller with the Grainfather. The hot out is going into the drain here, and with the cold running from the cold over here. And like I said before, once they kind of swirl inside there, it chills the wort down, which is coming from the bottom of the Grainfather and up into the fermenter. So it is. So it's looking 26.5 at the minute. We're going to put Kveik yeast into it, so we probably want that up at about 30 degrees. But with the Grainfather, the good thing is you've got temperature control, so you can set that at whatever temperature you want, especially if it's hot, and just get it up there. And with the insulation jacket on it there, that should hold the heat in there too. Then I'm going to give the Mangrove Jack's M12 Kveik yeast a go, just to see if there's any difference in how quickly they ferment the beer, or what differences in temperature affect them.
Mike's pitched his yeast already, got over enthusiastic.
It's Kveik, it's happy at like 26 degrees. Right, we're back. We've packaged some in cans, but I've brought my own growler in that Johnny has let me take home and trial just to see what it's like, see how it works. So we'll get this poured now and just see how we get on. So yeah, that's pouring quite nicely. If I turn this round as well, you'll just see that it's operated with a wee CO2 canister. Just there, you can set the dial to increase or decrease the pressure. But we'll give it a taste, see how we get on. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It tastes pretty good. The Sorachi Ace hops really coming through there. It's a nice crisp beer. The yeast has done a really good job. It's quite clean, and I would say on a hot day you could have a fair few of them. It'd be quite nice. So it was a fairly standard base malt. We put that with some torrefied rice and some rice hulls as well, just to kind of help the filtration with the grain bed. And then it was a small amount of Sorachi at the start for the bittering, and then quite a big charge towards the end. If I was to do it again, I'd maybe scale back a wee bit towards the end, because it's quite punchy, but you know it's nearly there. I think it's quite a nice beer, and it'll be one I'd hope to do again in the future. If you're interested in giving this rice lager a go, it'll be up on our website soon. Order it, get it packaged, try it, see what you think, and let us know. Thanks again for watching, guys. Happy brewing.